Hello, good morning all. Today in this video we are going to discuss regarding how to create a module in Odoo version 14. So currently in the screen you are seeing Odoo 14 Community Edition, which I am accessing from my local instance, which is already configured with pycharm. So if you are new to Odoo development, first of all what you have to do is that you have to set up a development environment. For that purpose you can use the pycharm IDE, which is available for free. So I am using pycharm Community Edition, and there is two versions, that is pycharm Community as well as pycharm Professional. So you have to go with pycharm Community Edition. So once you download pycharm Community Edition, you can configure it with Odoo to start development. And if you face any difficulty in configure Odoo with pycharm, what you can do is that you can simply go to our YouTube channel, and here you can see inside the playlist we have got a playlist called pycharm Odoo, and in this playlist we have a video showing how to configure Odoo with pycharm. So this is an old video which we have created an year before in 2019, showing how to configure Odoo 12 with pycharm. So you can follow the same video. Instead of in the video I'm downloading Odoo version 12, instead of that you can simply download Odoo version 14 and do the same process. So using this process you can configure Odoo 14 with the pycharm. So once you have configured the pycharm, you can start the development easily. So I have already configured it, and here you can see in the browser I am accessing the Odoo 14. So I haven't created any database yet, so I'll be creating a database now and will start a development of creating a basic module in Odoo version 14. So if I go to the pycharm, so this is how the pycharm Community Edition looks like. So here you can see this is my 14.0 folder, and this is the Odoo source code which I have downloaded from the GitHub. So you can place it like this. You can create a folder called 14.0, and inside that create a folder for Odoo itself, and inside this folder you can place the old Odoo source code, and you can create a separate folder for keeping the configuration file. So I have outside this I have created a folder called conf, where I will be placing my configuration file. So here you can see odoo.conf. So this is called the configuration file. So you'll be seeing it in the, if you are new to Odoo, you will be hearing configuration file etc in a lot of times. So this is the Odoo configuration file where we are setting which is the database port, database user etc, HTTP port etc. So this is a basic sample configuration file. And what I have to say, yeah, so starting the development we have to create a custom add-ons path. So this is the Odoo source code, so we are not going to touch anything inside the Odoo source code. It will be remaining as it is. We'll be placing all the custom modules in a separate path called custom add-ons. So here you can see I have created a separate folder called custom, and right now inside that it is empty. Still I'll be adding it as a custom add-ons path, copy path, and I'll be pasting it here, that is in the configuration file. So this is the Odoo configuration file. You will be seeing a key called add-ons path. We have to put our add-ons path by a comma. So I'll be adding my new add-ons path here. So once you add a module here, it will be showing under the apps menu. So going into further, I'll be going into the browser and I'll be creating my first database. So here you can see it is asking for a master password. So to get the master password, you can get it from the configuration file. So in my configuration file you can see the admin password, which is the master password of the Odoo instance, which I have set as admin1. So I'll be using admin1 as my master password. So I'll be copying I'll be entering admin1 here. So we are going to create our first DB. So I'll be giving the name as 14 dev, that is development DB, and you have to enter an email, that is I'll be giving the email as admin, and also I'll be giving the password as admin itself. And the phone number is not mandatory, and we'll be going with the language English itself. And you can set a country. So I'll be choosing country as India. So and sorry, I'll be choosing country as India and demo data. So as I am going to create a development database, definitely we'll be needing some demo data inside the database. So I'll be ticking the demo data. So once the demo data is ticked, that what happens, some dummy data, some demo data will be loaded into the database. So I'll be clicking on create database. So a database will get created. So what we will do, we will be going into how to create the first module. So you can refer this module refer this video to configure Odoo with pycharm, and you can go to GitHub and search for Odoo so that you can see the Odoo repository from where you can get the Odoo source code. So don't worry, I'll be adding all these links in the video description regarding the GitHub repository, as well as how to configure Odoo with pycharm in the video description, so that you can take it from there. So right now if I go here, you can see we have successfully created the Odoo 14 database. So simply what I will do, I'll be installing the sales module. So let it be installed in the database. So we'll be going back to the pycharm and we'll be starting the developing the module, and you can see here we will be seeing all the logs. Right now we are installing sales module, and here you can see the process, like this is the log where we can see what action is getting executed, and if there is some errors you can see it here itself. This is the log section of the pycharm. So here you can see account EDI module is getting installed, payment module etc is getting installed. So you can see it's loading here, and we will be getting more details about what is happening inside this log. So this is the log section, and we can see before jumping into creating a module, we will be going into the default Odoo source code, and here you can see this is a sample module. So the module will be consisting like a folder, and folder will have a name, and inside the folder we will be placing all the files. So I'll be coming into that. So if I go to the UI, here you can see the sales module has been getting installed, and here inside the apps menu you can see there is around 397 modules called sales, invoicing etc. So similarly we'll be creating a new module called hospital, like we have done in Odoo version 12. So in Odoo 14 we'll be creating a new module called OM hospital. So let's see how we can do that. So to start the development, I'll be creating the modules inside our custom add-ons path. So I told don't touch inside anything inside the Odoo source code. So inside the custom add-ons path, I'll be creating a new directory. So I'll be giving it as OM hospital itself, hospital, and I'll be clicking on okay. So you can give the technical name as you like. So suppose if you are creating a module for a hospital management, you can give hospital underscore management. So right now I have given OM underscore hospital means to identify our module, that is OM for Odoo mates underscore hospital. So if you are creating a school management, you can give school underscore management, or you can give your company name underscore the domain. So by looking at the technical name of the module, we have to understand what's the purpose of this module. So right now if you check that OM hospital, yeah, it's something related with the hospital. So we have to give the name which stands with the subject always. So once the technical name is given, we have to create two files inside that folder. That is, we have to create init file and manifest file for all the modules inside the Odoo. So if you go to the Odoo source code, and if you open any module, you will be seeing two files called init file and manifest file. So these two files are mandatory in all the files, all the modules. In account payment you can see init py, manifest py, and if you open any module you will be seeing these two files, which is mandatory. So we will be creating these two files inside our module. So I'll be clicking new and file. I'll be creating new file. So the naming convention is you have to place two underscore first, then init, then again two underscore dot py. So this is how you can create the init file. So don't forget to add a two underscore at the first and at the last. So if you miss it, it will not get work. So make sure that you have added two underscore at the first and two underscore after the init. So right now we have created the init file. Similarly we'll be creating the manifest file also. So I'll be clicking on new, then file, or you can go to the Python file and you can enter underscore underscore manifest, then just put two underscore again and click on OK, so that it will be automatically created. So right now what we have done, we have created OM hospital, which is our folder, and this will be our technical name, and inside that we have created two files called init.py and manifest.py. So let's see what we have to do inside this file. So manifest.py file will give us a brief description about the module, like what is the module name, what all dependencies are there. So I'll be coming to that. So I'll be showing that. So I'll be copying an existing manifest file from the account module, which is a default Odoo add-on. So I'll be going here and I'll be control A, control C, and I'll be copying it from here. So I'll be getting a structure and I'll be pasting it inside the new file that we have created, control V. And I'll be doing one thing, I'll be removing all the unnecessary files, so don't worry, I'll be explaining each key for you. I'll be removing this, that's not needed, and I'll be removing this also, and I'll be removing all the unnecessary files keys. So let me remove all these stuffs. Let me remove, and description. I'll be keeping it as empty. This time simplifying the manifest file so that it will be easy for you to understand. So let me rearrange this file. So this is how simply a manifest file will be looking like. It's like a dictionary which give us an information about the module. So we can give a name for the module here. So right now I'll be giving the name as hospital management. So as you are going to create a hospital management software, you can give a name like hospital management. Inside the manifest file, you can give a version, a name for the module that you are creating, hospital management, and in the version you can give like this, either 1.1 or you can give like this 14.0, or you can give like this. You have to give the version number. Right now I am creating the module in Odoo version 14, that is 14.0, 1.00, like that you can give the name, or simply you can give 1.0. And summary. Inside the summary you have to give a short description about what does this module do. So I'll be giving as hospital management software, hospital management software, hospital management software. So summary will give us a short description about what does this module does do inside the database, and you can give the sequence as 10. So I'll be explaining the sequence. I'll be explaining it later, and in the description also you can give some short description about the module. So I'll be copying here and I'll be pasting it here. So you might think why we have summary and why we have description, so I'll be explaining it, don't worry. And inside the category, right now I'll be keeping it as empty. So we have different categories available. So if you search inside the source code, so if you are using the pycharm, you can make a search by control shift F. So you can see right now it's in JS. I will be changing it to Python. So here you can see we can change the filter option, like where we have to search, like either it is in Python file or XML file, etc. So right now I am searching inside the Python file. So here you can see we have got different categories, like whether it is sales, website, accounting, productivity, like etc. So you can choose any of one category. So I'll be choosing what I can choose. I'll be doing, simply I will choose as a productivity, which is not suiting to our subject. So you can select the category accordingly, and you can set the website. Suppose if we are a third-party company developing module for our customers, we can set our company name here, like we will be setting https://www.odoomates.tech, which is our website. So we can set the website key like this, and inside the depends. So right now if our module is a standard on module, it is not going to depend on any other module. Suppose if I am going to extend the functionality of the sales module, we have to give that module inside the depends. That is, if our module is going to depend on any other modules, we have to specify those modules here. So I'll be explaining it, don't worry. And right now I'll be keeping data, demo, cube, etc. as empty, and installable is equal to set true, and the application is set to true, and auto install equal to set to false. So that's all what we have done now. So I'll be explaining it later. So what we have done so far is we have created a folder which is called OM hospital, and init file which is kept as empty now. So the init file is to import all the Python files that we are going to use inside our module. So right now there is no any Python files in our module, so I'll be keeping it as empty. So let's see what happens if I go to the Odoo UI again. So right now if I go to the browser and if I search here for hospital, most probably it will be empty. So I'll be typing a hospital here, it is empty. So the module that we are creating. So just we have to create init file and manifest file so that our module will be appearing here. So that's, I told, that's a minimum requirement for creating a module. Just we need only init file and manifest file. So once it is added, it will be listing here. So right now you are not seeing it here. So once you add the module, you have to restart the service. So I'll be restarting the service by clicking here. So I'll be restarting the service, and you have to click on update app list. So here there will be a menu. So first of all, you can go to settings, and from the settings, if you scroll down, you can activate the debug mode. So once the debug mode is activated, and if you come back to the apps, you can see update app list. So once we add new apps to our add-ons path, we have to click on update app list. So once update app list is, the latest app list will get updated. So let's search for the hospital now. If I search for hospital now, you can see our module has been listed here, that is OM hospital. So this is the technical name which we have given here. This, you can see, this will be the technical name of the module, OM underscore hospital, which we can see here. And this hospital management is coming from inside the manifest file. So inside the manifest file, we have given the name as hospital management. And if I click on more info or module info, you can see the website is https://odoomates.tech, which we have given inside the manifest file, and all the details that you have set inside the manifest file will be listed inside the apps page. So here you can see category is productivity, summary, hospital management software, technical name is OM hospital, license. So right now you can see we haven't set any license here. So you can see inside the manifest file we can set the license also. So if I click on find in path, and if I search for license, we have three or more license. Here you can see license is LGPL, and if it is Odoo enterprise, we can give license accordingly OEL. So right now we will be going with the license LGPL3. So if you haven't set any license, it will be defaultly taken as LGPL, or if you are going to take the license as AGPL, which is open source, we can set it here as AGPL3. So the license will be shown here, etc. The technical data. So right now demo data is not there, status not installed, application true. So this application equal to true is coming from this one. So here we have set it as application equal to true. So once the application equal to true is set, it will be coming under the apps filter. So right now when we are coming into the apps menu, so I'll be going to the another menu, and when we are coming to the apps menu, we have default filter called apps. So under this, the hospital manager will be get listed if the application equal to true is set. So if the application is set as false, to get our module we have to remove this filter and have to search, then only we'll be seeing this. And for the sequence, so auto install equal to true means, so if I set auto install equal to true means the module will be getting automatically installed in the database. We don't want to install it manually. Once all its depends, like all, if suppose if I place the sale module as its depends, once all the depend module is installed, this module will be automatically getting installed in the database. And installable equal to true. So right now if I set installable equal to false, you won't be seeing the install button here. So that's why we are setting installable equal to true. And what we are explaining, what we have to do, and we have set the sequence as 10. So the importance of the sequence is based on how, like you can see right now sales module is shown as first. Lower the sequence you set, the module will be shown first. So I'll be changing it to -100 instead of 100. 10 I'll be setting it as -100, and let's see what happens. And I'll be going here, and I'll be clicking on the update app list, and I'll be refreshing the view so that I'll be going back to the another screen and come. You can see right now hospital management module has been comes at the first. So lower the sequence you give, the module will be shown at the first in the apps page. So that's all about the manifest file. So I think you have get a basic idea about the manifest file. So right now you can simply click on the install button and install the module in the database. So the module status will be changed to install. So but we haven't done anything. So simply we have created a module structure, that is with a technical name. We have created a folder and we have placed the init file and manifest file. So this is how you can create a module in Odoo version 14. So we have to explain different things like how we can create a new view, how to create a new model, etc. So I think that we can discuss in the next video. So this is an introduction of how to start the development, and if you feel any difficulties, don't want to worry about it, you can just put a comment in the video section, or you can connect us over the email, that is odoomates@gmail.com, and also you can connect us over the different social medias like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. So that's all about this video, and we'll be continuing the rest of the part in the coming videos, like how to create model, how to add new views, how to add menus, etc. So that's all about this video. If you like the video, please do click the like button and subscribe the channel, so that you will be getting notified regarding all the upcoming videos. So that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day.